Hey y'all, welcome to Down the Rabbit Hole. It's your host, RyleeRabbit, and I have Charlie Classic in the house tonight.
What's up?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing phenomenal.
So he is one of the other podcasts in Vegas out here killing it.
Right.
So
Trying.
You're doing well.
Yeah.
I feel like you're doing a great job. You're hilarious to me.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
I see. So we met last year on
Yes.
Bunny's set.
On Bunny's podcast.
On Bunny's podcast, we did the Horror Olympics together.
Yeah, the Horror Olympics. Oh, man, good times. That was good-ass times.
Those were some good times. That was definitely a fun. Actually, I think we got a pretty decent meme about wizard sleeves.
Yes. So many people hit me up about that. They're like, I saw you on Daily Mail. I was like, on what? And they're like, something about you talking about a wizard sleeve. I was like, what the fuck? So silly.
He was talking about all vaginas are pretty vaginas, and I said, I've seen some ugly wizard sleeves out here.
And I said,
He was like,
I love magic.
I love magic.
But that's the thing is like, you don't like that? Like, grabbing a girl's pussy lip with your mouth and sucking on it. It's great.
I personally, I mean, like, yeah, it's fun. I don't really.
The whole time I'm like, oh, that laugh at taffy.
I don't mind a little taffy, but I don't know if I definitely want a sleeve. I don't know if I want a sleeve.
Why not? It has so many benefits.
I don't come off of my lips.
Not for you, but for other
what are you
people
doing
you're
with it?
dating and shit.
Sucking them like
Do you know
like
how much like
ramen?
contraband I've had to hide in girls' pussies over the years? Like how many drugs I've had to shove into the girls I was dating's puss and asshole, and even my own asshole to get drugs through.
So you feel like the
airport.
sleeves make sure that you don't. They really make sure that they got a little extra.
If not, whoever's searching TSA, they're gonna open up those panties and be like, oh, release the kraken, and
I like how you see the silver lining in vagina.
You have to. You have to.
I fucking love it.
Even smelly pussy feels good.
That's disgusting.
Dude, show me the lie. Show me the fucking lie that smelly pussies still don't feel good.
I don't feel like I could even get past even wanting to enjoy the feeling of it once it even. What do you just plug your nose?
I've done a lot of cocaine. These nostrils can't smell much of shit anymore, so I'm gravy.
Oh my God, you are just something else. So this is why I brought you on the show, because I just think that you're so fucking funny. You just have like the wittiest humor to me. So tell people about your show.
About my show?
About your show.
I used to have an old podcast that's still up, and it was called Shit Could Be Worse. And that was with my two co-hosts in New Jersey, and we had it for years, and it was phenomenal. Well, when I moved, I refused to replace them. They were just the greatest co-host, and that was our show, and I would never try to duplicate that. Yeah. So I started a new podcast called Total Shat Show, and I just decided to interview the most wild, insane people in Vegas and throughout life, and the wildest influencers, and most of the time is all my friends who are in porn.
They're all people, yeah, exactly. That's what happened to me too. I'm just like, oh, they're just porn stars.
They're the wildest stories on planet Earth, and some of the shit we did. But I got in big trouble on Spotify, and my podcast got banned.
Dang.
Because I hid a vape out of a girl's pussy. My friend Sammy Parker is the best. Sammy is amazing. I love her so much. We put a vape, and we put a vape in her pussy, and she was trying to hit it out of her own pussy and shit. And then when I took the vape out, right? When we took the vape out, I tried to hit it, and it made this like noise because it had like pussy juice in it, and that's what I got flagged for, and they shut down everything.
And it was just audio?
Yeah.
Because they thought you were eating pussy.
Yeah, they thought I was eating pussy on the fucking podcast and shit, and I wasn't. I was just
Spotify, give my boy his
vape out of her own pussy, and then we put a vape in her pussy, and then I was like, oh, I want to hit the vape.
It was just juicy left over.
Yeah, but it was like, it was.
How was the vape?
It was like apple, but then it was like pussy apple, which is fine. I like pussy apple.
Pussy apple.
Shout out Sammy Parker.
Shout out Sammy Parker. She's a fucking goat.
You got a story for Sam? Well, first of all, Victor never chimes in.
I love Sammy Parker.
Yeah.
I was actually one of the first photographers to shoot her when she was in the industry.
Nice.
So I've known Sammy for years, and I haven't seen her in a while. So when you see her, tell her I said hi.
Big Vic said what it do.
I absolutely love Sammy. She is the best. So shout out Sammy.
We're gonna get Sammy on the show.
She's one of my
She's
besties.
the best. Yeah, I love Sammy.
She's like one of my best friends out there, because like Sammy's that person that you can put her in any situation and she'll find the fun in it.
Oh, that's cool. I like fun girls.
And if it's not fun, she'll make it a good goddamn time.
Yeah. Or at worst case scenario, even in her bad mood, she's just not gonna fuck up the mood either.
No,
you know, like even in your bad days, you might not be like life of the party, but you're not gonna be a dick either.
And it's hard to match my energy, and she does
She's
it
that every time.
tenfold.
You do have it. So you're originally from Jersey?
No, fuck no.
Well, shimmer down.
Hell,
You said you had a show in Jersey.
No. I like the Italians in Jersey, you know, and all my friends in Jersey, and I like
so you like hairy pussy.
Great bagels. Hairy pussy's great too. What is your obsession with hating pussy?
I don't know. I'm just asking your questions about pussy. That was literally the first thing you talked about was pussy. So I was like, I guess we talking about pussy on the rabbit hole today.
No, I love parts of Jersey. Dude's Donuts. I miss you. But you know, I'm originally from Alabama. So yeah,
I think that kind of just definitely, you know, connected some dots for me there.
You mind? I can go right back into my southern jaw if you want me to.
Well, your people were in trouble this week. We said you were from where?
Alabama.
Wasn't there a huge brawl recently?
The best fight of the decade. Oh my God.
Your people, like, people are getting fucking a fold-out chair tattoo.
I'm getting a tattoo.
You are?
Yes. Listen. They just announced the warrants for all those white boys that got away.
You're such assholes, dude.
Fuck those dudes.
Yeah.
And fuck any bootlicker motherfucker who just like is like, man, I can't believe they were outnumbered and you hit a woman with a chair.
How were you outnumbered? You were jumping that man, and their people fucking stood up for them.
Dude, the cops were on dude's side who was hitting everyone with a chair, ECW style.
Yeah.
When I watched that video, I started chanting ECW.
Man, I think, it was just so dope because one is such a historic moment for them to do that there out of all places. Dude, in that port, it's just like finally like giving it back to
Harriet Tubman. I was like, yes.
Yo, first of all, I've never seen a black man jump in the water so fast. Okay, first of all, y'all don't even like to swim 9 times out of 10, and this dude was swimming across the fucking river. We are holding it down for my boys.
Some dude online said that was the first black man in history to swim to a fight.
Yeah,
like,
swear to God.
They called him Scuba Junior.
Scuba Junior. This was the funny shit. First of all, and I'm just sitting there like,
I wish I could enunciate things.
And I can't even be mad. Listen, I know we're not supposed to hit women, but whatever. Bitch, if you're throwing bowls like a grown ass man,
out there throwing
you want to be the same racist bitch that the rest of them are being. Let's throw bowls.
Dude, I was so mad, but it's crazy, and I call them bootlickers because it's people who were just like who were just angry that things are happening that they aren't a part of.
Yeah.
So they interject themselves.
Yeah.
They can't, and they get mad at people for celebrating stuff like this. Of course we're gonna celebrate. Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
I like it's things, and the reason they don't understand why people celebrate and think this is so great because it never happens.
It never happens.
You never see the cops on our side.
Yeah.
You never see the cops on like the people that they actually need to be. Like they were with the dude hitting everybody with a chair until he hit the lady who was sitting down. At that point, they were like,
I think at that point they're like, come on, we was on your side, bro. Don't do
it. They were so mad.
Don't fuck it up for us. We're trying to be on your side, dude.
When the cops came on TV and they announced the warrants for the white dudes, they said also, if the man with the chair could contact us for furthering questioning. I just reposted it on my story because I was dying.
I loved every minute of it. Every minute of it. And what's even funnier, like how fast the internet is with the jokes. They were already reenacting it. Not even like 15 hours later, they were reenacting it by the pool with the. Did you see it? It was so good.
No, we already dropped a shirt. It says "Try that in a small town," and it has a chair and the boat, and it's on the river dock. And
I love it.
Try that in a small town.
I fucking love it. That shit is dope. Well, just because it's like, you know, they're so used to doing dumb shit like that and getting away with it that they're like flabbergasted.
Yes.
They are so flabbergasted. They're like, what do you mean I can't just swing on some random black guy and get away with it? No, it's not fucking okay. That's a whole human being, you prick.
Dude, and that's the most fucked up like thing is The dude was literally just doing his job, and he nicely moved their boat without damaging it, tied it up, took the time to be nice, and then they started in on him. Like,
yeah. Honestly,
on.
when it first happened, I was like, "What the fuck sparked this?" And it was just pure entitlement.
Yes, 100%.
Can I just do my job?
Yeah, and the dude was being nice.
Yeah.
By moving, he didn't have to do
Even
that.
when they were swinging on him, he was still kind of like, "Yo, whoa, whoa," and then he's like, "Okay, now I'm on the ground getting my ass."
One of the greatest fights I've seen, and this is the fucked up thing. The day before, I think it was the day before, or maybe the day of, I'm not sure. Whenever the Jake Paul fight was, people paid for that trash. People paid to watch that garbage ass, rinky dink, fucking lame ass fight. And the best fight ever was for free.
You like the fight?
Free. Hell no, it wasn't.
Vic, wait, hold on, Vic. Get on the mic, Vic. Get on the mic, Vic.
The fight was Jake Paul's
No, it was a good
teeth
fight.
being knocked through his skull.
What you didn't like about it?
I know Diaz held back.
Oh, that's how you feel?
Because that's how they make money. Because if Jake Paul gets knocked the fuck out by a real boxer, which Diaz is, right? A real boxer would level that. Mike Tyson's old ass would level Jake Paul. But that's what I'm saying is
you think they're trying to keep it trendy?
If he's knocked out, who wants to fight Jake Paul next?
I don't agree with that because Nate Diaz is a boxer, but he's an MMA boxer. So he's mainly boxing like for MMA, where you have to throw in like kicks. You got smaller gloves, and you're also talking about Nate Diaz.
About this type of conversation.
You're also talking about Nate Diaz, who's like past his prime, past his peak. He's like a legend of the game, obviously, but he's been through wars.
Right.
Again, somebody who's like in his prime, who's been taking this seriously. Like it's like one of those things where I feel like
Jake put the time in.
He 100% put the time in.
I feel like he's been working. He's a great fighter.
But not only that, but
I'm just saying he's not up to the level of some of the fighters he's trying to fight who are legends, who have went through war.
I feel like he kind of has.
But he's doing the right thing.
He's doing the work.
He's doing the right thing though because he's doing the money fights. Why would he fight a boxer like Terrence Crawford who would piece him up in a heartbeat, or like Canelo who would piece him up in a heartbeat?
Yes.
But he can fight somebody like an older Nate Diaz and make all the money.
Don't run your mouth like you can.
But that's what sells the fight.
But that's what he said he don't like about it.
Yeah. He's selling fights.
But you feel like the one guy held back, or you feel like he was just at his max?
He's selling fights. That's how you sell fights. That's how
people
Mayweather
are going to get tired of it.
But that's how Mayweather sold fights.
Mayweather he's gonna fight fights that he know he can win.
Cinco de Mayo with the fucking sombrero and the Mexican flag to go beat up a Mexican. Like he was the king of shit talking.
Oh, but okay, you think Paul could whoop Mayweather's
here we go.
ass?
No.
Exactly. Mayweather can run his mouth to the entire world because anybody who says, I'll fuck you up, people are like, no, the fuck you won't.
So do you don't think that there's anybody that could fuck Mayweather up?
No, there's plenty of people who fuck Mayweather up.
But he's not going to fight them.
Of course not. Why would he?
So why would Jake fight somebody he's not supposed to? He can't win.
Washed up fucking YouTuber named Jake fucking Paul.
He's making, but I get your point, but he's selling fights. He's making millions of dollars, and he's good. And he's good.
I do not hate the hustle, but what I'm saying is, in my point,
he didn't like the fight.
People will get tired of it because he's going to talk so much shit that he says he can whoop anybody and everybody's ass, but yet he refuses to get in the ring with everybody and anybody.
And I mean, I get it. To your credit, the only person he fought who was any relevance of a boxer was Tommy Fury, and he lost, which I perfectly get it. I'm totally fine. Like and I think the main thing that people need to separate is like it's not the same thing as a boxing match. This is an exhibition super fight. It's a celebrity fight.
Yeah, boxing matches.
Give me a Japanese death match, barbed wire.
Do you remember Celebrity Deathmatch back in the day on Adult Swim?
Yeah, it was the best.
It's for show. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying that it's got a little mix. It's like wrestling vibes to it a little bit.
This is call it Jake Paul right now. I will fight you, but I want a no hold bars match. I want to be able to bash your fucking head in with a baseball bat if I want to. If I want to be able to light you on fire, that's my will to do so in this war, sir. That is a fight to me. It's 2023. I don't want to see a bunch of dudes in a ring sweating on each other, holding each other for 25 minutes.
Wrestling.
Going,
so you don't like MMA?
No, fuck that. I want all no holds barred. Give me blood, death. Make fucking life violent again.
Well, see, that's something different.
But boxing isn't like that, though. Boxing
it can be like that.
Yeah, no, it's bloody as fuck. But what I'm saying is, like, boxing still, there's still some holdback.
I hate to burst y'all's bubble. Boxing is 70% two men sweatily hugging on each other, while another man in a striped shirt tries to pull them apart.
I know.
That is 70 to 80% of boxing. The rest is hits and knockout. That's
well,
it.
we could tell you don't like boxing. Obviously, you're not.
A real fight.
Cause I'm like, the only time I go to Vicks and kick it is we watching fight.
Listen, when I was when I was dealing and moving weight across states and stuff like that, and the shit and the fights I've seen, I have literally stabbed
You're a
someone
street fighter.
with a broken beer bottle in the side of the thigh and tried to rip down as hard as I could. Like I am the dirtiest fighter. I'm a shitty fighter. I'll tell you right now, I can't fight for shit. I'm not good at it.
Yeah,
okay?
that's why women fight dirty, because we know we're a little bit. We can't really.
I have no joke bit off someone's top
Ew.
upper lip. I have fucking took a brick and beat someone's head in. I am telling you, I am the dirtiest fighter. If someone starts talking shit to me while they're running their mouth and pointing their fucking finger at me, right here on my keychain, I'm holding a monkey.
This man is a violent sir.
I'm holding a monkey ball.
What is that? I need one of these.
Solid steel lead ball inside of parachute cord. I have cracked so many motherfuckers'
but you can't take this. Oh, that's pretty heavy. You can't take that on a plane, though.
Hey, I will crack your temple open with that, and you will be on the ground quicker.
Do you think they would let me take that on a plane?
Stop talking shit.
Because you can't take pepper spray, you can't take knives.
Every plane that goes on with me.
Really?
It's not illegal. It's for survival. It's a parachute cord.
I might need one of these, friend.
Yeah.
Where did I get that at? I need one of those guys. Where'd you get that at?
You got to get them in the South.
Why do you really feel like you're just ready to fight all the time?
No, I don't like fighting, but I also don't like people running their mouth. So I'm in a conundrum. But I really don't like fighting. Plus this is tiring. I don't want to do that.
It's so funny that we have two back-to-back fight conversations. Like, I never talk about fighting on here, and I just got into a whole talk about how I was fighting back in the day yesterday. Now it's just in the room. She's like, everyone wants to fight when they come in here. No, it really wasn't. It just started like yesterday. We were talking about one of the craziest fights I got into with a girl back in the day, and she was like so wasted, she kept jumping back up. I was like, Jesus, and I know I hit hard, so it's like it kind of threw me off. I was like, this bitch will not. She was just wasted. She's like a zombie. It was like, bink. And I'm like, she was fucked up later, though. Her face was.
You look like you could fight.
I know how to hold my own. I have a bunch of brothers. So, I hit hard and I could take hits. And that's two of the best.
If you have a bunch of brothers, you're fine. My little sister is pretty much damn near indestructible.
Yeah, no,
There's seven of us.
I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go. And I grew up, I was the only white kid where I grew up. So it was, only my family.
That's why, I love North Vegas, because I lived in the fucking hood. I lived in Antioch, Tennessee. I lived in fucking little 5 Points in Atlanta. We lived oh god in shit like fucking.
But you guys travel around so much. You were kids you're talking about? You moved around a lot?
Yeah.
Or just through life?
Me and my mom were homeless a lot of my growing up life.
Oh wow,
My mom was addicted to crack, heroin, meth, and I kept getting taken away from her. Certain families would take me for a while, then blood family would take me, and
this is why you shiv.
Yeah,
because you was on the streets.
Well, 100%. Because I've slept under a bridge and with my mom, and we've almost froze to death. I've had to fucking do things for food that I wish I could take back. I've had to hurt people to get things to stay alive. I used to take. But the good thing is, I'm bad at being an adult and a person, but I'm good at other things. I'm smart at the hustle. I'm smart at, getting what
figuring it out.
I'm good at figuring it out.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm at my best, is in the middle of chaos. That's when I flourish. But, I had to deal drugs and move drugs, and man, the drugs I made and the ecstasy I pushed out, even though I knew it was fucked up, I would push it out. I've done things, bad like that. And it constantly made me move around, and I was in different states in the South and different places with different people, different families.
How old were you doing that shit?
Oh man, it started, me and my mom started probably like 7 when we started being homeless, and then moving from my stepdad.
Just from like drugs and stuff, you guys just
it
got harder.
You know, and it's the same old story. Fucking stepdads beat you, rape you, all that good shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same old stories like that. But, you know, my mom, she was the kind of person I'd rather be on the streets than have put us through this.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, but also my mom's been clean for
Good for her.
I want to say close to 20 years. I was going to say 17, but it's close to 20.
Good for her.
And, you know, it's wild, like all the places I've lived and things I've done. Like,
I'm sure you've probably seen the craziest of the crazy.
It's like fights are fucking. I've seen so many fights in the middle. So many drug deals go so badly.
I mean,
so
at that
badly.
point, it's to the death. It's to death at some of those ones. Like
100%.
it's like you or me at this point.
Man, I've had guns in my mouth. I've had guns to the back of my head. Too many goddamn times to count. Fucking psychopaths coming after us, like shot through cars, like. It's wild because when you're doing that and you're 16 and 17 years old, like I remember selling like my first bag of cocaine when I was 15.
That's crazy.
Like, it's
just trying to fucking
me.
figure out how to keep you and your mom afloat.
Well, that point, I realized something, because what had happened when I first like started dealing drugs was my mom used to grow. She's never had like a real job. She used to grow weed, and she had a friend who worked at some like funeral home or something that did like embalming bodies and stuff. And she got embalming fluid, and she would dust her weed and spray it with embalming fluid.
Oh, wow.
And she called it zombie, because that's what the fuck it made you when you. I don't know if you've ever smoked embalming fluid.
I have no.
It will fuck you up, and you are just null and void. People kind of like
K-hole in it, kind of.
Yeah, kind of like. You know, because it'll fuck with you if you smoke too much of it. But anyways,
and they knew they were like they came for the zombie. Like they knew they was getting zombie.
My mom would just lie and say it's really good weed.
And they just zombied out.
Yeah. So we would do that, and one day, I was little, I was young, and I was with my friends, and their older brother was like talking about weed, and I was like, I have a bunch of weed. And they all stopped, and they're like, what? And I was like, I have a bunch of weed. And they're like, why do you? No, you don't. And I was like, yeah, I do. And being a little kid, I was like, fuck you, I'll show you.
I go get the weed.
So I went, got a bunch of weed. Like, my mom had so much, I just grabbed handfuls of it, put it in my pockets and shit. And I fucking walked back to my buddy Mike's house, and I like dumped it all on the table. I was like, fuck you.
Yeah, I got all the weed.
And then they just went, how much do you want for it? And I was like, you want to pay me for this? Yeah, $20. And to me, I was
that was like, whatever you could say.
Be all was $20.
She was like, what the fuck? $20 did
they
you?
gave me $20. And I remember I went home, and after 2 days, I was so nervous. I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I took some of the weed stuff you had, and I like gave it to my friend's brother, and they gave me money for it. She goes, how much did you give them? That was her first question.
First of all, you're fucking my product up, little boy. Sit your ass down.
She was like, how much did you give him? I was like, pockets full. She goes, how many pockets? What pants were you fucking wearing? Like,
how much weed?
Oh, man. But that was the point that I realized. I was like,
oh, there's something to be done here.
Yeah. And I had that $20, and my mom didn't take it from me. And I was
at least she was like, at least you got something for it, bro. You didn't get jumped or nothing.
For my, I think it was like my 17th birthday, my mom gave me a $quarter pound for my birthday, and she said, you can sell it or smoke it. That's your choice. Love you. That was, man, that's what my football equipment was bought with, weed money, but we just did what we had to do to survive.
Yeah.
Me and my mom are fucking hustlers. Like, we'll get through it, Well,
at least you guys had each other through that shit, man, because there's people that don't even have that. So that, I mean, even in the worst case scenario, there's always, like you said, there's a silver lining and shit. Right. So it's like, that's cool. I'm glad that she's figured out she's doing well now. You said 20 years clean?
Yes. She still lives in Alabama, and, just lives her life, listens to Janis Joplin records, and smokes weed.
Oh, yeah,
so
she should. That's a retirement life.
You know?
So where was the transition for you? Well, I mean, obviously you still have fun and fuck around and bullshit, but when was the transition where you're like, okay, now I'm like, not going to be living on the streets and doing my shit? And when did you start?
Man, it really, everything changed when my aunt and uncle who adopted me legally took me in. And they kind of changed my avenue of life because I was pretty sure I was going to be dead in my 20s. I mean, I was every day like double stacked clover leaves and triple stacked naked ladies. I was taking 20 to 30 of them a day.
Jesus.
Wait,
for people who don't know what those are, break it down.
Ecstasy. So I used to make and press ecstasy, and
you're taking 30 a day.
Yeah, and what we mixed and pressed them with was heroin or meth. So that's what would give you that upper feeling.
Yeah.
And I was crushing like 10 a day, wrapping them in a paper towel, soaking it in water, and parachuting that down. And I was just popping them like candy throughout the day. I'd snort a line of it, just sitting here talking to you, just crush one in my fucking hand like this. Just take one in my hand, crush it like this while we're talking, and fucking huge chunks. Like, didn't give a fuck. And I was doing all that, and I started, my mom and dad took me in, and they helped me through it, and I started working at the club as a DJ. But that was the point, was I was even hiding from my family and, people close to me that I was, doing all that. But I was in a club where I could sling drugs so easy to all the dancers.
I was going to say, the DJ always has the drugs.
And it was the best because the dancers would tip me and then give me more money for drugs. Yeah. So it was great. But then I started traveling around DJing at different clubs throughout the country. And I became one of the people, like, they would hire me to come in and try to teach these old DJs who they didn't want to fire because they've been there for 10 years, 8 years.
Just try to give them some jazz, jazz them up a little.
Well, which increased my drug sales even more because I'm like, new clan, stuff like that. But it was really trying to also hide it on the internet because all this was going on, and I was like becoming bigger on Vine. And like all my friends who were doing all this fucking dirty shit with me, they're like, you're gonna get caught because you want to make stupid videos on the internet. And I was like, nah, I'm too smart for that.
Yeah.
I'm too fucking smart. Plus, like, a lot of the reasons I got away with a lot of this shit is why I fucking hate cops. Is because I had family who was all cops. I had uncles who was a DA agent and was the dirtiest motherfucker known to man.
It's crazy that you had an uncle that was a DA agent and you guys are sitting on the street homeless.
He didn't give
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm just like, that's insane. Like, especially for them to be so high and mighty, like, oh, we got to follow those laws. We, like, vary by the book. And it's like, but you got a whole family member out here going through it.
Listen, one of my, I'm not going to say which one because I don't want to hear my fucking family bitch about it, but one of my uncles who is a law enforcement agent told me about how he used to catch drug dealers with large amount of drugs, hide the drugs out in the woods, and give the drug dealers an option. They can either try to get their drugs and get away, and there's a chance that he's going to shoot them in the back of the head and say that they were fleeing and he's going to plant a gun on them. Or they can go right to jail. Your choice.
You just either try to run. That's crazy.
But the thing is like after that, like drugs, he would talk about like how much shit he had because, he didn't have to put all of it in evidence, and they only need to know that
one of those. He's like one of those like
dirty
typical
shit.
those guys you see in a movie.
Like the movie Dirty Cops. That shit's real, and especially in the South, when your entire police department is 40 people.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want in a town of less than 2,000.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you
want. You literally are the law.
Yes.
You're not enforcing the law. You are the law.
It's terrifying. Small town cops are batshit crazy.
Yeah. I mean, there's numerous country songs about it.
Oh my God. Fairview, Tennessee cops? Fuck you, Fairview, Tennessee cops.
Tennessee still scares me. So my family is from Tennessee, and that was definitely one of the... I'm from Southern California. I grew up in a black and Mexican neighborhood, like 15 minutes from Mexico. And like I go back to my mom was adopted. So she met her like biological family, go back and meet in Tennessee, meet them. And like, we're going to some fucking reunion and there's still like no blacks after dark. I was like, we're leaving now.
The fuck?
Swear to God, there were signs. Because we're out in the middle of went out to like Newport.
How long ago? This is wild.
Maybe like, I was in my 20s. I'm 30 now. Maybe 10 years, 10, 15 years ago.
Thank God it wasn't like last week.
No, it wasn't last week, but I don't know. Like, I haven't been back up there.
You haven't been to Louisiana. There's still some towns.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. So it's like, we see what the fuck happened. So and then it's like, oh my God. Then you're just like, I literally was like, we are not going to this reunion. Like, we're out. Did you see the fucking signs? First of all, I fuck black guys. They're coming for me too. Like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, once you have black, you're tainted forever to them.
What the?
Yo, I watched a documentary on white supremacy, right? And this fucking guy is like, his wife ended up having a half black baby, and she's like, she swore to him that she only had sex with him one time because he forced her, like, years ago, and she still came out with this black baby, and he was like, well, the baby came out black because once you have sex with a black person, it's like you're tainted, and all your children will go. I said, no, she's still fucking his ass. That's why, because she's still fucking him. You really convinced yourself that this baby came out half black? It was like an old white supremacy documentary, and he was dead set serious. Like, that baby came out half black because her blood was tainted.
Man.
From years before. No, because she be getting that baby sick when you at work. That's why. She getting bent over by the homie.
I wish that's when the show Cheaters should have ran in.
Yeah, I
love that fucking show so much.
Yo, oh my God, it's such a great show.
The one when he got stabbed is
still
top
and he's like,
tier.
he left after that.
The ramen noodle episode.
I didn't see the ramen noodle.
What?
What?
Yo, they bust in on this motherfucker, and they have hundreds of packs of shrimp ramen noodles opened in a hot tub, and they are sitting in this fucking.
I have never seen this. Have you seen this, Victor?
Yes, Cheaters ramen noodle.
What?
Episode. Yes, it's so great. It's so great. I'm almost 100% sure it's the show Cheaters. It's so good.
That is fucking funny.
Oh, yeah.
No, I've only watched the one. It was like a priest who got. Was he a priest? Maybe it's some kind of church guy at least. But he was in there with like some big, like really tall black tranny dom, and he was like,
no.
It was one back in the day like that.
No.
Like a tranny dom, and he was like this little white priest guy, and he was like, and yeah, they walked in on him like getting paddled, like going straight in on it. It's always the best. I always love the dialogue before. I really loved her, and things have just been going. And they just been like, I'm just so sad, and they're like just doing this whole dramatic scene before they even get out there, and they're like, are you ready for this? I don't want you to be shocked, but here you go.
He been fucking a bitch in a burger.
And he'd be like, this is her. This is them holding hands romantically. And you're like, what? They're just so dramatic. They're romantically holding hands in a very explicit gesture in a public setting. You're like, what the fuck? And then they're just riled up. Before they go, they're like, yeah, you were holding hands. Crazy. You're like, they're just like ready to fight. And you're like, oh my God. And the guy's so dramatic. Do you don't want to talk to us? No, I don't want to talk to you. You just fucking ruined my fucking marriage. I've been over here getting my side pussy and you fucked my shit up.
They should bring that show back.
Yeah, well, people got stabbed, so.
Yeah, get a not bitch host. They
had another guy for a while who looked like his twin. I feel like they looked the same. Wasn't it another guy?
They did that with Blue's Clues. Those guys look exactly the same.
I think Cheaters was scripted. Like none of it was real.
None of it?
Yeah.
All of it probably. I've been on a lot of reality TV. It's
all
all
of
fucking
it.
fake.
I remember hearing that.
Every show I've been on is fake as shit. I don't care if they fucking.
Isn't that the one guy who's like double cheeked up on a Tuesday afternoon?
Double cheeked up.
No, that's Teddy. That's Teddy Washington. May he rest in peace. But I think after that episode where he got stabbed, I think that's where like it came out that it was all fake.
Oh, so he didn't actually get stabbed?
I don't think so.
What?
I'll check. I'll Google right now.
We might need to Google that.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to do a shameless plug. If you go to MrCharlieClassic.com, we just dropped our Try This in a Small Town shirt with the chair and the riverboat.
You don't have to be shameless about it. That's what you come out here for, to talk about you and tell your... Yes, take your ass on there and get
also, go follow my OnlyFans, because you know what
Oh, let's talk about that.
Yes, let's talk about
So you'd have an OnlyFans?
Yes.
Okay.
And most people don't fucking know that. How? I don't understand. It's mind-numbing.
Well, it's really hard to say you have an OnlyFans on social media now, unless you're on Twitter.
True.
It's like you have to be like, go follow me on my fan site with an at.
And it's X, not Twitter anymore.
Oh, sorry, X. Sorry. Isn't his kid named X too?
I don't know. He's an idiot.
His kid has like the craziest name ever. It's like some long, super long, weird thing, and they just call him X or something. I feel like that's what it. I don't know. I might have made that up, but it sounds right.
Well, like, how come you never been on the podcast on my OnlyFans? Because that's like, okay.
First of all, because you never invited me.
Lies.
When?
Last time I saw you.
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Also, I've been out, but I'm definitely down. But I don't do boy girl content.
I don't do boy girl content.
I've never been on your OnlyFans.
All right, so that's where people get.
Tell us what the fuck is going on.
So that's where people get weird about it, because the dudes think when they buy my shit, they're gonna see my dick. Guess what? You're not gonna see my cock. Not gonna be on there. Like, what I do is, it is a podcast where the girls strip down. We do fun stuff on the podcast.
Oh, it's like my Patreon.
And it's uncensored like that. So also, I have game shows like my game show Hitachi Trivia, which is on its 3rd season. We have 3 seasons of, I have a game trivia show that we play. We have shows like Genital Hospital that we do.
Yeah.
We have porn stars.
Yeah, it's very much like my Patreon. We do that same stuff too. Like after I interview a girl, we'd play a game. We do something fun. We do stuff. Yeah, I'm definitely down to do that.
No. We have like a whole series where we have a porn store where girls bring in used dildos from Share, and we have to call in experts to use them, and it's an entire series.
Whenever you want me, I'm coming. Let's go.
Let
Let's go. The rabbit is going down.
So why don't you film boy girl content?
One, I have 4 brothers. Well, I have 3 like brothers and an adopted brother, and they are very active on the internet. And they already, even before like the OnlyFans thing started, they were already getting like pictures of like just my ass showing up in their group chats. Like one was my poor brother, my baby brother. He is in like a coffee. He's such a square. He's like in a coffee group chat and like a Jeep group chat. And one of them, there's like this really famous picture of like me, this girl named Ara Queen, and Danny Banks, and we're in Bali, and we're just butt naked, like holding nothing but a coffee cup, right? And this fucking thing shows up in all his group chats, and he's like, I'm so tired. So I was like, when the porn thing came up, and I was a hoe, like, and now being a hoe and being in porn is way different.
Right.
So like, I was very much like, we do this shit, but we do this quiet, and we take our money, we go home, like. So even porn was like, it was too much, like, I was exploiting myself, I felt like. So I didn't want to, like, I was making just as much money, if not more.
Well, hell yeah.
Quietly. Like, why would I do a scene for less than my hourly rate?
Well, I mean, like, run it. That's what I mean. Like, the hustle's a hustle.
Yeah, like, I escorted for years.
Because I don't put my dick and I don't fuck online. And, but this is what's crazy. It's dudes who are complaining that I don't fuck online. And and if you go to my page, the thousands of hot women, their buttholes and pussies and all kinds of shit are on my page, because me and my friends just like to make fun, stupid shit and fun, stupid
because it's just wild. Yeah, people just taking
buttholes.
shots out of assholes.
Yeah, because half the skits I want to do that are on Instagram, TikTok, all that, I want to include buttholes and pussies.
Yeah, I want to do them dirty.
But on OnlyFans, I can't.
Yeah. That's dope.
That's
where can people find your OnlyFans?
This is the best way to describe my OnlyFans. It's like the show I Think You Should Leave, but with titties.
Okay.
If they want to find it, it's just at Charlie Classic. Everything's is at Charlie Classic.
Oh, that's not too hard then. You could do that. We could do that. I love it. I really didn't know that you had OnlyFans though. I feel like I just. But when you're on this side of it, you're so focused on your own content.
True.
That I'm like, people are always like, you didn't. I'm like, but I've been trying to edit and get my content up because I'm fried. I've been doing this for a while, so it's like, it's just really hard to keep up with other people's stuff when you're the one creating.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I definitely did know. I knew that you were doing something wild.
Yeah. I it's just like, I film the most I can't enunciate for shit. I film the most wild shit, and like, for years, I had nowhere to put it because it got pulled down off everything. I mean, you got to look at it. I'm on my 3rd Instagram.
Yeah.
My 3rd TikTok.
Welcome to the whole life.
Yeah. Like my 39th Snapchat.
Yeah. Oh my God. Snap. They take me down every fucking 6 months. It's retarded. And like, does that affect you too on your side? Because I know for us as like women and female talent, it definitely fucks up our money every time we lose social media.
Every fucking time.
Yeah.
I mean, I just lost my TikTok at 1.7 and I have people working on getting it back and they said they're going to give it back. It's just slow over there because they delete so many fucking people, you know? And even when I lose stuff, it's not like, because my money's different. You know, I don't have like a huge influx of people like coming to my OF and stuff. I just make millions of people laugh.
Yeah.
And the people who are low lifes, my people who like wear low life shirt, my fucking crew.
Do it for the low life.
Yeah, do it for the low lives. Like those motherfuckers who've been riding with me since Vine, who've bought like shirts since I started the company in 2012, you know, and stuff.
Yeah.
Like those motherfuckers are my ride or dies and they'll follow me everywhere because they're fucking family. But, you know, it takes a lot of people to go, haha, that guy's funny. I wonder if he has a bunch of tits around him.
Yeah. It's hard for the transition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. The only place you really can do it was Twitter or X. And, like, even that's, like, they're coming down on people hard right now, too. Like, a lot of people are losing their accounts right now. They're and OF. It's like, OF is getting deleted because they're not tagging. We were talking about that before the show started. They were not, like, if you don't tag somebody, you get flagged for that shit.
But, see, I feel like, but that's the thing is like, I had to make some calls because, I did tag everyone properly.
I tag everybody.
Everybody.
I'll tag somebody and then they'll put it back up and tell me to tag it again. And you're like, what the fuck? I tagged this shit 5 times.
Yeah, it's other because, you know, OF has become so big that they're a company now that is kind of like Twitter or
It's
X.
now robotic.
Well, they have to include sex workers or their company doesn't function. Just
well,
like
yeah,
if
they
X
tried to pull that
doesn't-
away a couple years ago. They tried a couple years
yeah.
ago. We talked about that when they try to say, you know, more explicit content. And I'm like, are you fucking retarded? That's billions of dollars you're going to lose.
They lost almost $1 billion
in one day.
And they were like, oh, yeah, maybe titties has to be part of the formula. Yeah. Just like X or Twitter, Elon's going to learn real quick. If you fuck with sex workers, that is the only thing that has kept Twitter afloat the entire time Twitter's been there.
I've had my Twitter since I worked at the Bunny Ranch 10 years ago.
Exactly.
Same Twitter, but I've never lost my Twitter either. I've never had any issues. But they're taking people don't realize that you can't have any explicit photos as your header.
Yeah.
Your main photo. So if you guys have anything like lingerie, any risky, just put the fucking clothes on or put a fucking anime or something in there. I don't know. Figure out something. Put your logo up there. Anything, but just like don't put anything explicit up there because that's how a lot of people are losing their pages. And I've had mine for fucking 10 years. So
yeah, and you know the thing that I made more money when they said OnlyFans are shutting down than I ever did.
Yeah.
Because the moment you tell a grown-ass adult, you can't have that, what do they want? The thing that you just fucking told them they can't have.
Yeah.
So when they went, OF is going to get shut down.
Everyone's like, I need to buy all this content.
You know,
let me stock up.
Yeah, because it was going to go away. And that's where they realized when they fucked up. Because you can't tell a grown-ass adults. Like, this is America, right? The land of the free. You're telling me I can't fucking see titties that I pay for? Fuck off.
Yeah.
You know?
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
And that's the other thing is like, I'm sorry to burst everyone's bubble. This is all Christians' faults. This is all God's fault. Y'all's fucking God in the sky. That's his motherfucking fault. You're not getting to see titties. God's fault. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. Why? Because the first time anybody goes,
oh, he getting country on you now. Hold on. That's how you know he's pissed off.
That shouldn't be here. That shouldn't be. There's children on this app. It's my fault you gave a 6-year-old an iPhone.
I never understood that either. Yeah. I didn't understand that. Like, in the social media, it's like, they are not supposed to be on here. It's supposed to be for 18 and up anyways.
Boom. 18 and up.
It literally says it. You need to be 18 when you sign up. As soon as you click on anything, but when you make an account, you have to be 18. So why the fuck are there kids on the app and why are we censoring for kids?
Yeah, that's what blows my mind. And what's also crazy is...
yeah, exactly. Who fucking gave the kid an iPad at 6?
And it's just everything that is fun in this world is wrecked by Christians. And I'm telling you, because like, why can we not do some shit we want to do? I'm a grown-ass adult. This is my life. You telling me I can't walk down the street with a butt plug hanging out of my fucking ass with a foxtail dressed like Captain Crunch? I can do that if I fucking want to. I don't care what your God says. I don't give a rat's ass what your fake ass God says.
The only thing is I do protect the kids, but it's with the apps thing, I agree with you. Because with the apps thing, I'm like, like, yo, they shouldn't be on here anyway.
No,
it's for an adult.
Fuck
now
no.
in public, I do like I'm a big thing because I don't want to go too far into the fucking trans conversation because I could go far. I don't think these fucking drag queens should be shaking their ass on fucking parades where kids literally are walking in the streets.
Well, that's the thing.
That's public.
But
when you're behind closed doors, you have to sign up for something. Cool, you signed up for it.
See, I'm on a whole different plane because guess what? All these girls that are running around in thin ass bikinis
I don't think,
at a pool by your kids, getting drunk, fucking woo.
I feel like it's a little bit different having a butt plug hanging out of your butt.
Different because guess what? How is it different between a dude walking down the street with a wig on?
No, not tranny stuff. I don't care. I'm just talking about when they're dancing. Like there was a few of them that were dancing. Look, you could be as gay, dress however you want.
Parades or just in public?
No, I'm talking about like there has been times where they're like at Times Square, fucking busting it open in front of kids, and you're like, dude, you can't do that. Like that's not cool. I don't think it's cool for strippers to do that on a fucking main. Like I believe like you want to see strippers, you should go to a strip club. Like I don't think like strippers should be.
I don't think you can ever come out with me and my friends.
No. To me, in Vegas, I don't think kids should be in fucking Vegas. I know it's a whole fucking thing, but like on the strip, there shouldn't be fucking kids in you. It's called Sin City. So if you come to Vegas, you come for that. But now, if I went to the grocery store, I don't think that someone should be in a fucking thong walking through in a grocery store with her nipples out. Like I don't think that that's cute. People are getting their groceries. I don't feel like you should force anything on anybody.
Okay.
And if that's cool, do you. You could dress however you want, but like put a dress on. Like you could be sexy and put a dress on. Like not everyone should be forced to deal with what you like. Now, if I like that shit, then I like that shit.
But listen, what you just said is the conundrum you're in. No one should be forced to do or see what you like.
Yeah.
But that goes on for you too.
Correct.
No one should be forced to do or change how they want to appear in this life.
I just feel like if you're in a place where you know that there's children, like, dude, but
I'm a big fan of fuck you and them kids.
Yeah,
that's
but
me though.
Do you have kids?
I hate children.
Okay, so it's a little bit different when you have kids. But I don't have my own kids either. But I have nieces and nephews, and I have Rave's kids.
I love my nieces and nephews,
and I don't even care. I'm like the chillest person, right? I don't care. Like one of my nieces is transitioning. She's, whatever. I'm so open, but I'm just like, bro, that don't mean that you need to fucking grab a fucking dildo and walk through a fucking grocery store. Like that's like very sexualizing children.
Okay, so let me ask you this. This is with me. Okay.
I'm a time and place person.
Okay. Person walking through the store, let's say a dude wearing a thong, walking through the store, being super flamboyant, right? But he's wearing a thong, just walking around.
Nothing but a thong.
No, and a shirt. Thong and a shirt, like a see-through shirt that just says, I'm gay as shit. Okay? And he's just walking around being gay. Okay? Having a ball.
Right.
Now, what's the difference between me? Now, that is offensive to some people, like you, who around children.
Right.
Okay. Now, what's the difference between me wearing half the shirts my companies make that say, fuck you and the police. Go suck a dick. I miss your mom's cunt stench.
I don't think that's cute.
But it's on the back of my shirt, and I'm walking through a grocery store in front of your kids. Now, the anger can come. I get why you're angry.
I'm not angry. I just don't think it's appropriate.
Yeah,
I'm not mad. People do what the fuck they want to do. But like, do I want to walk by with my nieces and nephews and some fucking guy's nuts are fucking hanging by their face? Absolutely not. Put your fucking nuts up. My kids are here.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I understand that. And I get
so
that.
I'm like, yeah, you can. If you want to wear a little skimpy, that's what I'm saying. It's the sexualization of it. You know what I'm saying? Most kids at fucking 10 years, half the fucking country can't even read as it is anyways. True. Most 10-year-olds don't know what the fuck that shirt says. And even if they read it, they're not going to get it, right? So, but it's a little bit different when a man's walking around with a thong because your nuts cannot fit in thongs most of the time. And like, I don't want your fucking genitalia by my child.
I understand.
I don't want your genitalia by me.
I get that.
I don't think that people should be forcing genitalia on people.
I get that.
But this is going to be my opposing, and maybe whatever, I may be a hypocrite for this, right? I also believe that nipples, everybody has them, correct? And I don't think that nipples should be sexualized.
I don't believe that any woman should be able to be forced to wear a top if they don't want to.
I think that you should be forced to wear a top, but I don't think you should be forced to wear a bra.
See, I don't
think that you should be able to walk into a fucking restaurant with your titties out.
Not in a restaurant like that, but like in
but
aspects
see, it's like
where men can be shirtless, women should be able to be shirtless
like a
too.
beach.
No, not even that. At fucking Gold's Gym, when a dude is sitting there shirtless working out, there should be no reason that a woman cannot work out and not feel that she's about to be groped, touched, or fucked with.
Absolutely agree with you.
By a fucking man.
Absolutely
and
agree with
she
you.
can sit there and not have the uncomfortability of working out.
Well, that's in general. Like, nipples are nipples. They're like, they're not supposed to be about sex. They become about sex, but they are. Like, everyone has them. But genitalia, pussies and dicks are not nipples. Those are actually sexual things.
Right, I agree.
And you know what I mean? Like, whether you want to change your dick into a pussy or your pussy into a dick, whatever it is, like that, you use those for sex. And like, I just don't think that it should be around kids. Topless, it doesn't bother me, male or female.
Yeah,
I don't care. Like, I don't think that nipples are sexualized.
See,
I think
it'll never change
it
because
won't.
everyone
has an opinion too. Everyone has their limit.
It's not that. Every young kid in school right now, they are taught, if you see a girl shirtless, it's bad.
Exactly, and I've talked about
it's
that.
It's okay.
Yeah, and I don't
that will be
think that's
pushed
clear
for the rest of time. So titties are always going to be the fucking bad.
That's
thing.
just because you guys just want to suck on them.
I mean, yeah, that'd be great.
No,
Never seen a titty I don't like.
Never? Not one?
No, fucking roll that shit out. I don't give a fuck if it looks like a fried egg hanging on nails. I don't give two fucks. Put it in my mouth. What the fuck?
There's probably a ton of nipples on your OnlyFans, so you're good.
Shit ton. Yo, dude, it was so funny. We do this show called You Should Be On It. It's you ever seen the show Drunken History?
Yeah.
Well, we have one called Hot History, and our friends come and tell stories, and we reenact their horrible sex tales. And
that's cute.
Yeah, we just did one where the time I fucked a girl in a trailer and I put her head through the trailer wall, and she wanted me to finish with her inside the wall. Good times.
How old were you when this happened?
Oh, man, I was probably 22, 23.
This girl said, put my head on the wall of a trailer.
Yeah, no, when we were just fucking, and her hands like slipped, and her head just I went boom, and I was like,
she's like, just
like,
keep going.
No, from the wall, I literally hear it go, oh my god, keep going, you fucking pussy, and I was like, I'm not a fucking pussy, you're a fucking pussy, and then you just keep going. You gotta finish. You can't.
Alabama
not finish.
different. Alabama different.
Alabama way different.
Alabama different.
you ever heard of an Alabama condom?
No.
It's a prayer.
Oh my god, I could not. Fucking Charlie, we gonna get up out of here.
Oh, we done?
Pretty soon, yeah.
I talk so much. I'm sorry.
No, I love it. I love it.
We came on here.
I just realized sometimes I look down, I'd be like, oh shit, it's been an hour. I'm like, fuck, I gotta.
She's like, I want to get to know you, and we literally talked about Jake Paul and then fucking buttholes.
I found out that you were homeless and that you're a great guy and that you fucking sold drugs and that you fucking turned your life into your own masterpiece.
It's a chaotic
I got it out of you.
thing. Oh, okay. As long as we did good.
Well, okay, so what's your favorite kind of date? If you had your best date, what would it
be? And fucking.
See? I feel like I knew that already. I feel like we all knew that. You didn't even have to say that. We knew. We knew KFC and fucking, or maybe burritos and fucking, some kind of food and fucking was going to be your perfect date.
You have to. You don't like to eat after you fuck or eat while fucking? You ever ate while fucking?
Yeah, I'm thick.
Oh, man, eating while fucking's the best.
I literally posted the other day. I was like, let me read what I wrote. Because I wrote, it was pretty cute. And sometimes I forget what I've been writing. I'll be high. I'll be high, Fred. This got so much feedback.
Yeah.
I was like, I really just want to lay here, eat snacks, smoke a J, watch some Adult Swim or anime while someone's son massages my pussy with their tongue and 2 middle fingers slowly as I fall asleep. And was like, I'm on my way.
That's pretty goddamn hot. Jesus.
I just want to fucking eat snacks and watch anime and let you do your thing.
I just want a girl to suck my dick during the entire Evil Dead movie. That's all I want.
I've probably have accomplished at least that amount of time for sure. Fucking man, I love it. Y'all, man, you guys, thank you, Charlie, so much for pulling up. I really appreciate it. I want to come on your show.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll have you on the Total Shat Show podcast.
Shat Show.
Shat Show.
I almost shat on myself earlier. It's pretty bad. I don't know what I ate.
In a dress? That's not good.
No, I was really holding. I was like, oh, don't let that one out. That's not going to make it.
Listen, if I could leave everybody with anything, I want to leave you with one thing. Never trust a cop or a fart.
Forever. Mine was definitely coming. I was like, oh shit, girl, you're wearing teal. Relax. Relax. Hold that one in. Hold that one in.
always wear teal.
You guys, thank you for showing up with another episode of Down the Rabbit Hole. At Charlie Classic.
Instagram, TikTok, at Charlie Classic. Just go to MrCharlieClassic.com.
There you go. Everything's on there. We love it. Thank you for coming by. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know the next episode's coming out. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. See you guys next week. Bye.